Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's big. We said we were going to do this for a while.
We have said it since like last summer, I think.
Mm-hmm.
We were like, oh yeah, as soon as school's out, we're going to do this.
Yeah, but I'm glad we're doing it.
Yeah, me too. Finally.
Yeah. You know.
Finally.
Thank you. I think, we were trying to struggle with what are we going to talk about, and you said rip the Band-Aid, and that's a very good idea, obviously, because a topic that I want to talk about just popped in my head.
Tell me.
Where do I fit in terms of the LGBTQIA community, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like there is very much so when we talk about being gay, that's white gay in America. But the issues that are pressed upon, black same gender loving people, like that's a whole different topic. And there is no, real support for that. And then we get down into it and we look at it in detail. So then you have black gay men, right? And then you have black gay women. And for me, I'm a person who loves a person, and I'm married to a woman, so that makes me gay. I have no issues with being the label, or being that. But where do I fit in the community? Like, I feel like, everybody's trying to go femme, butch, and I just don't know if I necessarily buy into it.
Right.
And then when I go places or we've tried to find communities, it's been like one dominating or one very male, one very female. And it's like, it feels like they're defined by those roles. And I'm like, where is the free flowy shit?
Right.
And
the funny part about that is the fact that we do have one that tends to have more, I don't know, male energy or male associated, activities, traits or whatever. And we have the extremely girly, whatever. But for us, I think that you're right. We are more free flowing. I'm not projecting super female. You're not projecting super male. We're just us.
Right.
So then it's awkward when we're in the presence of a couple or a group, and you have women saying, "Let's go let the women do what they do." Right,
and that so threw me. Like being a feminist, right? And I don't know if I've rightfully owned that, but I love to say that I have. But for all the feminists out there, maybe I'm a baby in this thing, and so I apologize. But let's set it up, okay? So we are hanging out with another couple, and I know that with the other couple, there is one who is a bit more masculine, and my energy is a bit more masculine, right? Like, even if I was a straight chick, right, I would just have masculine energy. That's just it, right? So, these gender roles I don't necessarily believe in. But okay, so we were talking, and they were like, yeah, it's Pride Week, let's go out to the park. I was like, great, like, let's talk. I'm like, I'm going to tell my other half, you tell your other half, what time are we going to go walk around? And they were like, no, just us. Because it was her and her cousin, and they both were very, like, butch, And I hope I'm saying that the right way. And I was like, well, why isn't everyone else going? And they were like, oh, no, we're going to let them stay at home and do what women do. And I'm sitting here like, we all sitting, this is a stack of vaginas. I'm so lost on that.
Not
like,
a stack of vaginas.
I mean, it's a whole stack. It was, honestly, it was 5 vaginas.
Yeah, it's true.
And so you sitting up here, your whole hand is a handful of V's. And so, if we was playing cards, And so I'm trying to figure out, what is this separation? Like, you a whole woman, unless it's a gender identity issue, right? Mm-hmm. And you identify as something else, but that's not what that was.
It wasn't. Not at that time.
Right. And so that made me feel like, man, it wasn't for me, right? So in that's what I'm saying. That's what I found with other couples. And I'm going to say something that sounds so horrible. And maybe I need to say it so that I can hear it, so that I can correct it. Because I don't know if my thought process is clear on this. But it's that I don't have an issue with male swag, but it's that male swag that I now connect with that type of mindset, which is absolutely ignorant. But in a lot of situations, that's what I notice. It's like, yeah, the women. I'm like, them titties like, you got.
Aren't we all women here?
Right. Aren't we all? And so then it gets really sticky. It gets really like, I guess the belief system is different than mine, which is okay. But then, to me, I guess it's not people pushing me out. Then I guess I take myself out of what could be like a community. You know, it was only one couple that we met at the dog park.
Oh, yeah.
And they was mad cool. And it was like, one had more male energy, but it was still like cool. But we ain't hang out with them either.
Right.
So what's wrong with us?
I was about to say, so are we broken? Are we broken?
Oh my gosh.
So I have two questions there.
Are we the broken lesbians?
We might be.
Yeah, go ahead.
So my first question is, are we closed-minded in that we wouldn't hang out with people and I have zero issue with butch women. Like, I think they're beautiful. I think they have a great viewpoint. I like to listen to people's stories. Like, please, I'm all about it. But then when it comes time for us to like couples date, why do we date? We've couple dated gay couples and straight couples, but like gay males,
right,
and straight couples. So like, are we just closed-minded to people, that have similar views? I mean, I know that situation that you're talking about, that particular event, was just an off-putting, like, just
she was crazy.
the whole event was kind of off-putting. But I'm saying, just in general, we don't have a lesbian community that we have adhered ourselves to, that we feel comfortable in, and we've tried a couple things, right?
Yeah.
So then, what is wrong with us? Number one, are we closed-minded? Number two, those are my two questions.
I believe we are closed-minded. I want to be open, but in that process, I don't want to hang out with people who just like I don't dig, because then that's like, what is that? Am I really gonna allow myself to build community with these people that I'm just like, oh my gosh, you know what I mean?
But
like,
isn't that kind of what community is? You just have.
That's true. You're right. You
have the whole diaspora in there,
right? and so that's true. Then we are closed-minded.
I mean, I think that we're also just closed-minded in that we're old and don't really hang out with many people, period.
Yeah, but that's why we're changing our lives.
But
too.
how do we build community?
Yeah.
A community, and we make sure that we are being open and free.
But where are the communities for lesbian women to really come together and do stuff? Like, there has to be something out there.
For sure. I think that there is. So the community that I've seen around our place of work, around where we live, I mean, it seems more clubby than I'm interested in.
Right.
And I'm not a club person. I never have been. Well, when I was in college for like 2 seconds. But I'm not really a club person. So how do I get together with these people and do like events like vision boarding? Maybe a little couples therapy, like, or just a couples get together where we just sit and talk, or a couples game night. So then the question I'm just full of questions today. So then the question is, then do we build it? And then hopefully they'll come.
Yeah. Very nice. I saw what you did there.
Thank you.
And then also, I think it's about, or I know it's about me getting over myself, because I tell people in my head all the time, like, get over yourself. And I need to get over myself, because that means that I've missed out on plenty of great people.
For sure.
Because I felt some kind of way. And I do know in the beginning it's because I did not know. See, obviously, you know, but to all our listeners out there, I had never been with a woman before, right? Or anybody before, right? So, what I didn't want to happen happened to me. I've always told people, like, don't worry about what the world says about you. You be you, right? And so that's really easy to say. Like, you go forth and you be, but there's a lot that goes with that.
Yeah.
So I know I got a different kind of bop to me. And it doesn't really matter if it's male or female. It's just my bop, right? But I wasn't in the process of unlearn yet. So it was still societal norms, you know, badgering me, and I don't even care no more. But in that, the residuals are, I haven't opened myself up to great people. And I've got to open myself up to great people.
I think that a part of it is that we don't like to be boxed, yet we box ourselves in when it's time to, like, meet people. And I don't know if I also feel like such a baby in the lesbian game, though, you know? Like speaking of being boxed, because I also don't box myself into lesbian, but I am a lesbian, you know?
Right.
Like, and I think within that, though, I don't feel like I know all things lesbian, so that's an insecurity for me. Like, you know, I wait for someone to make a reference, and I'm like, wait, there's a lesbian club down the street? Like, how do I not know that, you know?
Right.
I think that sometimes that may help us just kind of adhere to each other and feel like, well, we know what it is, you know? We've been married, 6 years, and together for 10. So, I mean, I think we're pretty much, you know, in the game. However,
but it feels like a process of trying to be right, like, because that's what a lot of people do. Like, I want to be right and I have to be thorough instead of just being, you know, my favorite definition of the word be is to exist in actuality. Let it be. You know, this is therapeutic for me.
That's good.
It's just a reminder to just be, and people are going to be who they are. And granted, whether they're femme, butch, whatever type of human you are, alien.
That part.
You might be part alien, so whatever type of being you may be, you be you, right? And I'll be me. And maybe we'll dig each other, and maybe we won't, but we still can exist in the same community, standing up for the same causes, right? We can still do that. You know, I just may not want you to, I don't know. No, I take that back. I don't want you to do anything. I want you to be you. I don't want you to conform to who I am. I want you to be your same brilliant, wonderful self, because that adds to what I get to experience.
For sure.
Yeah.
So then, are we going to build it? What's our first event we're going to plan?
So how do you build it?
I don't know. You know what I think? Like, living here, I feel like people just do it. Like, they don't think twice. They're like, hey, I got this idea. They do it, and then guess what? It's successful.
Okay.
So
I got an idea.
Yeah, tell me.
So, and this is crazy. It could totally be wrong, but I was thinking, what if we start it can be a dance, burlesque, stripping. What if we host a show called The Body Beautiful? And you can be straight, you can be whatever. But if you want to celebrate the beautiful bodies of women, you can come out.
I like that. But I'm talking about an event where people get together and they're able to talk. So yes.
Okay, yeah.
So yes, but how about, like, before or after there's a dinner, there's a, you know, maybe there's a discussion afterwards, maybe there's I don't know, an appetizer, tapas, you know, get together after or something, so that people are able to you know, start building their communities, finding people that are like-minded. I don't know. What if we did a speed dating event?
Well, not even a speed dating event. Okay, so here goes the thing I like about us. Mm-hmm. Like, we are in spaces where I don't think we would have seen ourselves. Like being invited to the dinner or the discussion. Mm-hmm. It's all freaking men at the table. We are the only women at the table. Why don't we do that for women?
That's
just host a dinner, have people come out, but we can't quit though. If we get a couple weird birds or strange birds, shit, we probably the strange birds.
We are the strange birds. We are. We just don't know it.
Yeah. But we have this thing where women come out and we discuss and we can podcast it. We do a nice space. We have a discussion, and from there we can build. You know,
beautiful. I love
we
that.
Can build. We can build the lesbian Wakanda. Is it Laconda?
Lesconda?
Laconda.
Lele. Okay.
Yeah.
So now I have a bone to pick with you.
Yeah.
So yesterday was Valentine's Day, and I'm going to say this, and feel free to amen it. I think I hit it out of the park this Valentine's Day. I'm silent so that you can now.
Is that where I'm supposed to amen it?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
No. This is your turn. I said my lines. Now you're supposed to say, "Oh my gosh, it was so amazing."
Oh my gosh, it was so amazing. No, you actually did a very good job.
I know that. So that's why I'm so confident. Now, this morning you woke up and I shared that there was an additional gift that I had spent some time making yesterday for you.
Ooh, the playlist.
Yes. And you had a whole, 35-ish, maybe 45-ish minutes to have listened to this playlist. I might have even personally sang a song for this playlist. Something that I don't really do all that often, but you give me tons of shit about. And so I finally did it for you. And did you listen to the flipping playlist?
I haven't yet.
Why?
I didn't know you gave me that gift to listen to with directions. Okay.
What?
No, hold on,
wait. Oh, no.
You cutting me off.
No.
You asked me why, and now you're cutting me off.
Because you're
oh my gosh. No. Yes, I did have a whole 35 minutes. Okay.
40.
Okay. What did I explain to you happened?
You had a phone call, but when I got back into the car, ma'am, no phone calls.
Well, no phone calls, no.
Yeah.
I wasn't listening to music.
You weren't listening to anything. No. A moment that you could have really been paying attention to this thing that I slaved away at for you. And you know what?
So do you see what I'm dealing with here?
You feel like, you put your heart out there and you expect for people to listen to it and then give you some feedback or be thankful.
Please chime in.
Hey, I can totally see your soul through this. I did this thing for her. And yes, it's not something that you can physically touch or put on or whatever.
I still appreciate it. I'm not saying I don't appreciate it.
And I can see that she appreciates it because she definitely listened to the whole thing, right?
Well, maybe I wanted to listen to it with some headphones on in a nice warm space so I can sit and weep about how much you love me. You don't know. Stop trying to
this is what I know about you. You're so good at this.
No.
You're so good at this.
You're putting a narrative out there that is so inappropriate.
How is it inappropriate?
Because you are like, oh, you're good at this. All I'm saying is you don't know. You gave me a gift, but then you're going to try to dictate when I listen to it.
If you had given me something... Tell me you wouldn't want me to sit. You wouldn't want for me to sit there.
I'm not saying
and
that.
Do it, and you just gonna watch my face while I listen to it.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you are wrong. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you are wrong.
What are you saying then?
I'm saying that I also understand that if that doesn't happen, then I can't feel betrayed by it.
I see what you did there, and I think that you're a little full of it.
I can't wait till we listen to this back so you can finally hear yourself.
Oh, shut it! Don't even come for me like that. No, but seriously, I understand where you're coming from. yes, you're supposed to give gifts without expectation. However, I was really excited and I did this thing for you that you always give me crap about. Like, you never sing for me. I did, and you didn't even listen to it. So imagine, hold on. But you know that this is a thing that I don't do anymore, and that it is kind of important to me. And then it's like I'm putting my heart out there, and you are like, it's like me giving you this love letter and being like, oh my God, I hope she loves me. I hope she loves me. I hope she loves me. And then you never check the box. You never check yes or no. And then I'm just out here. Why are you holding your face like that? Don't hold your face like that.
Because it's so, like...
Don't make me feel like I'm so much work.
Help.
Yeah, send help for her, because she's so full of it right now.
I just have not
made time
yet.
You just haven't made time to appreciate.
Okay, so I'm going to bring
all my
this
love for
first episode, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to bring it to a close because I have some music I have to listen to by force, because I cannot do it in a leisurely manner. I absolutely positively love you and appreciate that you gave me that playlist. Some of my favorite songs are on that playlist, and I smiled from ear to ear when I saw you there at the bottom of that playlist. I want nothing more than to listen to it. And I'm gonna need some things to lift me up, so I know that's gonna come in handy then, but I can give it to you to listen to the playlist and listen through the playlist. I know music is very important to you. It's very important to me. I didn't listen to it right away, not just because, I don't have to, but it's something that I do not take lightly. So when I listen to it, I want to be able to sit down and listen.
I understand all of that. I'm just giving you crap.
Oh, gosh.
You're welcome.
Anyhow.
So blessed. We never introduced ourselves.
I'm E.
I'm D. And we're the end.
Yes. And that's the end.
Stop looking like you just went through, like, the fire. You're still alive.
Talk to you next time.